This is Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. I'm Chris Spiker of Antelope Valley Florist.
I'm Aaron Goldstein from Goldstein Digital.
Hey.
Our next guest...
Do you know?
Yep. We've had you so many times and we're such good friends, I don't need a title card anymore. Wow. Our next guest is Terry Roth from JAG Insurance.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, Terry.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Wonderful. Thanks for coming in today.
My pleasure.
You were just in the neighborhood?
Just in the neighborhood, driving by, and I thought I'd stop.
You're kind of mobile, aren't you?
I'm very mobile.
You go to community events and you serve on the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors.
That is correct.
Wow.
And it helps me network my business and my name in the community, and it's a big blessing for a lot of people that I touch.
You're constantly in front of people that probably need what you provide.
Life insurance is a very, very important aspect for people to have in their lives, to protect their families, protect their assets. And this is what I try and impart with people that I talk to, whether it be it on the phone or in person.
Yeah, and so is life insurance, it's you buy it when you're young and you don't have any money for protection?
You have money for protection if you take out, there's several different types of policies available in the market today. One being term, which is the least expensive because it expires. You can take out a 10-year term, which I do not recommend because 10 years goes by in the blink of an eye. You can go 20, which seems to be somewhat more popular, 25 and 30 and 35.
Wow.
Now, the other product that is available, which is extremely beneficial to people that take it out, is Index Universal Life, similar to whole life policies. Index Universal Life starts off at the same identical premium until age 121. It never changes on the client. And of course, nobody in this country lives to 121.
Right.
But let's say you take it out like I did for my granddaughter. She is 2.5 years of age. It's $26 a month. You do the math, it's $300 a year, basically rounded up. And 300 times 50 years is 15, you do the math. She's going to come out with a $75,000 cash in her hand at age 52. I just did one for a gentleman who's going to come out with $130,000 at age 70. So that's why you want to do an Index Universal Life at a younger age, so you can get a lower premium and it stays fixed for the life of the policy.
Do you ever think about how easy hindsight is?
Hindsight's the easiest part of life.
Yeah, but it just takes a long time to get there.
It takes a very long time.
And you look back and you either did it right or you didn't.
Yeah.
Looking ahead is a whole different decision process.
It makes so much more sense to start young and not wait and renew a policy like I just recently did. Because of my pre-existing conditions, I'm paying an exorbitant price for life insurance. But my philosophy is you don't stay married to the same person for 40 plus years and leave her with zero.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I do what I do. That's why I try to help people in the best possible way,
Well,
so they're prepared for the inevitable.
and for you, it's not just a business. I mean, you really have a heart for it.
I'm concerned about the people that I deal with. The problem is, for me, is I'm more concerned than some of the people that I deal with. Okay, and that's why I've got almost 20 people, what I call on the fence post right now, that are waiting to decide what they want to do. 20. It's a big number.
Yeah.
And
And that should be their problem, not yours.
It should be their problem and not yours, but the reality is, I don't necessarily take my work home with me, even though I work out of the house, but I can be called 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Now, you're not going to get me while I'm sleeping in a bed, but the reality is, my philosophy on business is this: if you cannot be there for your client, when your client needs you, then you don't deserve to have that client. That's always been my philosophy and always will be my philosophy.
Well, I thought business worked at your convenience.
Absolutely not.
Oh, it's all about the
It's
customers?
all about the customer.
Wow, when did that start?
That's the only way
Oh.
you can properly do business in this country, is to make yourself available to help people when they need you the most. Whether it's a family, whether it's a person on a policy that has a question, regardless of what it is. If it's on a Sunday evening, I pick up the phone and talk to them.
So when I met you, you were working for Joshua?
Yes. I was in the funeral industry for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And I decided to resign from there and then go into the life insurance field.
I think you found your niche. I think you found the place that works.
I enjoy what I do immensely. Not that I didn't enjoy helping families at the previous employer, but people are more apt to talk to you about life insurance than they are about the other insurance. And that's just human nature. It's nothing about the industry. They're very much needed in the scheme of everything. As far as, we talk about death insurance. Yeah, you're going to go at some point in time. We all know that. But most of us don't want to face that reality of life, is the other side. So when people talk to me about life insurance, I have to find out, A, what quantity do they want, how long do they want it, and can they afford it over the period of years we're talking about. Those are all questions that have to be answered by the people I deal with, not by myself.
Talking with Terry Roth, JAG Insurance. But you know how to ask those questions.
I know how to ask them, yes.
You can get a couple people in a safe, friendly environment, sit them down and go through that pretty quickly and let them know where they stand.
Yeah, for the most part, that is correct. And if I can't give them a quote at the time I meet with them, then I will get back with them within 2 or 3 hours.
And you have a specialty also. You can get insurance for people that can't always find insurance.
I can get people coverage for people who are diabetic and on insulin, diabetic not on insulin. I can get coverage for people that have had heart attacks, cancer, stroke, and critical illnesses. And yes, you're going to pay a little, maybe a lot, maybe a little bit more than you would traditionally when you were in a healthy state. But the reality is, you're going to protect your family. You're going to protect your wife. You're going to protect your spouse, and to me, that's the most important thing of what people do for themselves. Where's your wife going to live with zero coverage? Where's she going to live? I mean, and that's the reality of our lives. Whether you're talking about myself and my wife, or you want to talk about someone else's wife, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think probably, my wife's a dentist. People can't always think of something good. I'm a florist.
Yeah.
Funeral flowers, insurance.
Yeah.
But, a job well done is an important vocation.
It's very important, and thanks to you and letting me know that there's going to be a career day at a school here in the Antelope Valley on Friday, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be attending that.
Yeah, because career days, it's all firemen and policemen and
Right.
paramedics and guys that fly helicopters, but they forget about, like florists and insurance people
You're right.
and programmers,
And programmers and photographers.
photographers.
I'll be there too.
Yeah. Career days, very important.
Very, very important.
For adults to get into a classroom, that's huge. And for the kids to see actual working people.
Working people.
Yeah. I mean, they're all working, but
4 or 5 years ago, our industry took a hit on agents. We lost about 50% of the agents in the country. And you don't replace that number very quickly. So I think the career day will be a great opportunity to let people know that there is something else out there.
wow,
Yeah.
what a cool deal.
Yeah.
And I heard about that through Lisa Perkins, who
Yes.
is not a teacher. She just helps with the volunteer.
Like a booster?
Like a
Yeah.
booster. I didn't want to say PTA, but And so I said, well, I'm going to reach out to my Facebook friends, and they jumped in.
Yeah,
It's huge.
huge.
And these are all rock stars. These are cool people that are taking a couple hours out of a busy
Well,
day.
thank you, thank you, I
Yeah.
appreciate the opportunity.
How do people find you?
661-547-3144, or they can contact me through my Facebook page.
And are you available for commercial work, acting and radio performances and such?
Acting, I'm not an actor, so.
Really?
Yeah, but I am available to speak at luncheons, speak at get-togethers and meetings for the community. That's what I try to, my goal in life is to educate people about life insurance. I had the question asked of me by a client on the east side of the Antelope Valley about 5 years ago. And she said, why is this policy going down in coverage? And I looked at the policy, and I don't evaluate competitors' policies, but Chris, she signed up for a decreasing term policy. So the policy was worth $20,000 and started out at $150.
And she's putting money in.
And she's putting money in every single month.
It must have had a huge commission at the beginning.
Probably, but.
Yeah, this is what we're going to sell today. Yeah, to the unsuspecting.
So,
Yeah.
this is what people get snookered into, so to speak.
Right, yeah.
And I am a very above board person. I think you've known that because you would never referred me to the person you referred me to.
Yes, sir.
And I can also insure people out of the state of California as well,
Such as Washington.
such as Washington.
There you
yes.
go.
Yes.
Everybody everywhere.
Pretty much. It doesn't matter where they're at. They just need to contact me.
Terry Roth, JAG Insurance, and thank you very much for being a member of the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce.
It's been a great experience and great people to deal with.
Be right back.